You guys are probably aware that OG looks best in the dark. The pitch dark, black, bottom of a cave darkness.
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
Well, tonight we've got a night vision device that I think you guys are gonna like. I'm gonna take it out in the dark and test it out, see what we think, see if it's worth the money and something that you guys would like to throw in your kit. Welcome back to OG's Danger Show.
600 North Mont, apartment 4, open 9119. Any Holiday units at 21779 and already 457.
Welcome back, Original Gangsters. Officer Gregg here with you today to show you something not really all that new. Now, you might remember recently I put up a video about some very affordable night vision binoculars. Now, I didn't realize before we even get started that these are not actual binoculars. They are, however, held up to the face with both hands. They have what looks to be two lenses out front, but of course there's only one actual functioning lens. So as you were quick to point out, they are actually just a monocular, or as the company calls them, night vision goggles. The company's name is IKC, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. They sell their products on Amazon and they sell them at a very affordable rate. I mentioned to them that if they ever had anything new that they were offering, that they could contact me and I would help them promote their product, since I was pretty impressed with their first generation night vision binoculars. A couple months later, the nice people over at IKC contacted me and said that they have an autofocus version now available on Amazon. Their first generation night vision binoculars was a manually focused device, but now they have an autofocus device that runs you just a couple dollars more, but you're still going to find it rather affordable. These things are coming in on Amazon at $199 for the autofocus version, and as you can see down here, they have simpler versions in different case colors that are running all the way down to about half that price. For a very limited time, for the next couple of weeks until June 30th, you can use the coupon code right here, or you'll find that coupon code in the description section to get 10% off. So knock another 20 bucks off roughly. Now, this version of the night vision goggles that has the autofocus I found very handy. I'm going to take them out here after dark and we're going to try and see how effective that autofocus feature is. They also have a manual override. If your autofocus feature doesn't actually pick up on the subject that you would like and put it sharp in the picture, then you can always focus in manually by clicking on the up or down magnification button. One of the first things I noticed as I took these things out of the box was their Darth Vader-like appearance. They have a very interesting case design, but that is neither here nor there. All I got to do is hold them, and since they're going to be used in the dark, I'm not really going to have to deal with what these things look like. They're definitely noticeable from the first generation versions, and overall I found the case design, the engineering on these things to be rather handy. Everything is set up to where when I hold it even in my oversized hands, I can manipulate the buttons and run all the controls. And I was able to figure out these buttons without even looking at any instructions. I'm not even sure it came with an instruction booklet. I didn't even look. And in about 30 minutes or so, I had figured out how to run this thing, how to record, how to set the date and time, basically all of the functions without any written instructions. I want to select over here to language, and for language I want to put in foul language all the time. Let's set our date and time right now. However, if you ever get a chance to read written instructions from these products from Asia, it's always good for a laugh. Now, to address the elephant in the room, these are not military-grade night vision binoculars. These are not nods that can be mounted to a helmet. These are probably not to drive with, even though I did a little drive out to the country to do my testing, and I put these on the dash and turned the lights off on my truck and was able to drive while leaning down and looking through these night vision binoculars. I would not recommend that. It probably wasn't the safest thing to do, but I think you'll find the footage kind of interesting to see what I was seeing without any lights on. So they're not go-to-war level technology, and you're also not paying go-to-war level prices. These are pretty much designed, the market for these things is for the average user who just wants to be able to see in the dark, be able to see what's in his neighborhood, be able to look around at the neighbors' vehicles. I took my version out with me in the front yard on the first night. I started looking around the neighborhood with my naked eyes, and my eyes are always naked, folks. Looking across the street and down the street at my neighbors' vehicles, I was unable to see any detail around them. It was all just dark and shadows with very, very little ambient light. As soon as I powered up these night vision goggles from IKSI, or however they call them, I was able to immediately, in ambient light mode, scan my entire neighborhood and see underneath dark bushes, underneath dark vehicles. I could basically scope out everything up and down my street. So that goes to show the purpose of these things. This is for the average Joe, the average homeowner or ranch owner, farm person. This is not to snipe Soviet invaders as they climb through the wire of your compound. I will say up front, these things are inexpensive, and like anything inexpensive, they are lacking in some features. However, for the price, I think you're getting a pretty good device here. In fact, I plan on throwing these in my truck. I'm heading out tomorrow on a road trip. I'm going to throw these in my truck into a little go bag and keep them with me. If I ever break down or just need to stop somewhere for the night, I can check all around me. I can search a rest area. I can look off from the side of the road and see what's going on underneath cars and around, my environment. So I like that for being able to better know what's around me. Now, it's not a sniper scope. It's not something mounted to a firearm. But remember that as we're searching our neighborhood or our surroundings, we shouldn't be looking through a device that is attached to a firearm anyway. That's a good way to get yourself in trouble and piss off your neighbors. One of the drawbacks on this particular device that I would change if I could, and who knows, maybe I can and I just haven't figured out how, it doesn't appear that when the IR mode is illuminated that you have any ability to increase or decrease the brightness. It appears like you have one IR beam. Again, for the price, probably decent. But there were a couple instances where the bright IR beam sort of washed out the foreground in the picture, and at the same time, that bright IR beam I found to be very visible out at 25, 30, and up to 50 yards away. It does record audio and video and still pictures. So when you're out there and you're hunting blind or trying to record some evidence about some ne'er-do-wells who are stealing things from cars in your neighborhood, you do have the ability to record and save that video directly to your computer. And while I'm on that topic, one of the very first night vision devices that I tested from a completely different company, they also included a micro SD card. And when I used that micro SD card on my computer, I had to convert those files over. I don't even remember how they were recorded, but they were some goofy mode of recording, and I had to convert them over to be able to use them on my computer. Not so with either of the devices that have been sent to me by IKC. Their micro SD cards, while not high quality, no brand name SD card in here, but of course you can use your own, their SD cards recorded just fine. I was able to upload the video directly onto my computer and use it in this YouTube video. No need to make any goofy conversions and use third-party apps to transfer the video over to something usable. So that's something I absolutely appreciated as a video maker. Remember that for about $200, you're buying some entry-level night vision here. And that's really all the company intends for you to do, and that's really, honestly, all that most of us need to do. We don't need crystal clear 4K night vision for this price. We need to be able to look and see what's in our neighborhood and what's going on around us, and be able to record images on the device on this SD card. So the video you're going to see here on your screen might look a little grainy, might look a little blurry. Part of that is me not being able to get it in focus at certain times. Just keep in mind that you're not going to see crystal clear 4K Pentagon level night vision from a device like this. It's just simply not something that most of us need to waste our money on. Now I want to spin this around for you and show you something. Let's pull the camera back. I'm going to spin this device around for you and show you what you're going to see out the front of the device. Anytime I review one of these things, people always tell me, well, that IR beam is going to give away your position. Well, you're seeing it actually quite a bit brighter in the camera lens. It almost looks pink. I'll tell you what I'm looking at across this parking lot now. I backed up a little bit. I'm looking at one little tiny red dot. That red dot would not be visible more than about 15 or 20 yards away. You're not casting some bright IR beam out here. You can see that although the device is looking in IR right now, you're not giving away your position really. And if you're really that worried about giving away your position, you're probably in a bad state. More importantly, when I turn the device around, the bright screen, when it's looking at my eyes, you can probably see more light on your face. Despite the fact that this device has this nice little rubber face bumper on it, you don't really put your face up to it. To look through it right up against your face at least to me with glasses, is a little awkward. So I prefer standing away from it. And you can see there is a little bit of a glow off my face. Again, if you're really worried about giving away your position to bad guys somehow with that little glow off your face, you're probably in some hostile environment and need to get yourself elsewhere. Okay, so I'm no pro with these things. It's always fun to take them out into the wild and use them at night, figure out how to use them. That's always kind of fun, especially not reading the instructions and just relying on kind of farting around with them. I had a good time with these things. This very pair right here is listed right now on Amazon for $199. You can get their basic models all the way down to $109. You can get them in different colors. They come with brown sides and green sides and all that stuff. Probably stuff you don't really need or care about. But you can get them in different colors and different models of pretty much the same thing. But the autofocus version that you see right here that I used in this video, I liked that autofocus feature. It's running $199 right now on Amazon as of the time of this video. If you're interested in something like this, get it quick. I'm going to put a discount code right here. That discount code is going to get you 10% off until June 30th. So it's not going to be, if you're watching this video in this later in the summer or next winter, this discount code is probably not going to work for you. But until June 30th, use this discount code that I put right here on the sky. It's also going to be in the description section down below. Save yourself 10% off. And if I'm not mistaken, that's about 19 bucks. So overall, I think these things are pretty good. So these night vision goggles, we all know that this is not military grade equipment. Okay, we got that. We can all understand that part. But I think for the price, for what you're getting, it's a pretty good deal. I wouldn't bring this to you if it wasn't something I was interested in and that I thought you guys could find some interest, find some use for in your everyday kit. I plan on throwing this pair in my truck here and keeping them with me if there's ever a time when I'm out filming at night or just out rolling around at night and I need to be able to see or read license plates or I don't know, anything else. Just scope my surroundings and know that I'm out there by my damn self and there's no chupacabra sneaking up on me trying to get a piece of the OG.
Oh my God.
I like to have the ability with this thing stashed in a little go bag in my truck. So don't think that you're going to raid Fallujah or overtake North Korea with this device. This is a hobby level piece of kit. It's pretty well built for what they're charging, or else I wouldn't bother bringing it to you. There are some limitations, and if I was to complain about a couple of things, I'd probably include a nicer SD card, but I get it. They're going to include the best SD card they can without raising the price. I'd probably make this door somehow. I don't know how I would do it because I'm not an engineer, but I've never even driven a train. But I'd probably make this SD card rubber stopper here a little bit easier to plug and unplug. I don't know, that's pretty minor stuff. I might do away with this rubber eye cup because you don't really need it other than it makes you feel like you can put this right up to your face. There's not a lot else I would change on this. We can all complain about the resolution. Okay, we know that we're not getting 4K resolution out of this, but it's not designed for that at this price point. You're going to get workable image quality. You're going to be able to see animals. You're going to be able to see intruders in your neighborhood. You're going to be able to see across hillsides and maybe track something if you're hunting at night, or if you're just looking to see who's around you. You're going to be able to see them with this device. But just keep in mind that it's really not designed for you going on, for you snapping onto a helmet and pulling down your nods and being all super tactical. Tactical is not something we really do on this channel. So if you're interested in something like this, use the link below. It's going to take you straight to Amazon. I don't care whether or not you like Amazon or Jeff Bezos. I get the whole thing, but there is something nice about having this thing waiting on your doorstep 2 days from now for $199 minus your 10% off using the code. I thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me after dark. OG after dark is never a good thing other than the fact that you can't see me, but I appreciate you guys hanging out, checking out this device with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber to OG's Danger Show, I encourage you to reach down here and hit the subscribe button. And if you like to, go ahead and hit the share button, and that'll let you copy the link or send it over just by text to your to a buddy of yours who might also get something out of a device like this. Hey, I gotta go pack up some stuff for this road trip. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here in the driveway and at night out there getting eaten up by mosquitoes. You guys stay safe out there. Stay armed where you are legally allowed to do so. And until next video, OG out.